989 on two. Ready?
Hey, you guys, it's your boy Cam. Trying some new content this time around. As we enter the off season, Super Bowl is in a couple weeks. We got to start working on our off season content. So we're going to do something different. So we're going to check out Bucky Brooks, one of my favorite NFL analysts. He dropped a mock draft yesterday, 2 days ago, whatever. But we're going to check it out and see what he thinks. All right. So you know the drill. Like and subscribe to the channel and help us grow. But this is some of the content we're going to be doing this all season. Just checking out, talking about a few things. But it's caught my attention, so we got to talk about it. So here we go. All right. So as you know, Bucky Brooks, one of the most respected NFL analysts out there, dropped my draft. So let's see. So he's got the Tennessee Titans selecting Shedeur Sanders, right? So personally, I think the Titans are in a really good spot, right? They're in a perfect situation to rebuild their whole team. Let me get that out the way. They're in a situation to rebuild their whole team, all right? So you could go offensive lineman here. You could trade back here. You could do whatever you wanted to do in this situation, right? But the thing is, you can't go into next season with Will Levis as your starting quarterback. Okay, can't do that. You can't do that. So I actually like this pick here, right? I think you go with Shedeur because he has a lot of talent. All right, first and foremost, he got a lot of talent, right? And he's not. You don't have to worry about him running because he's a pocket passer. One, and then two, you need a quarterback. So it's either going to be him or Cam Ward going in this one spot, in my opinion. So I like Shedeur here. I think he fits, but I also like Cam Ward here. So quarterback essentially for the number one pick for Tennessee is a must. And I think they got another first round pick too. So that has to be an offensive lineman in my opinion. So we'll see. All right. So number 2 is where it gets tricky for me, right? So Cleveland is in a good spot as well, right? But they're also in a bad spot, all right? So check this out. Deshaun Watson might be off the team and his contract might be voided. So there's a report going out that he wasn't in a walking boot when he had his Achilles surgery. I think you're supposed to be in a boot for like 3 to 6 months or something like that. And the video showed that he wasn't in a boot. Now, fast forward a few weeks ago or a month ago or whatever, he retore his Achilles, right? So he might be out for another year, right? So we don't know, right? So when you're looking at Cleveland, right, it looks like according to Bucky, it looks like they'll go Abdul Carter, which is not bad, giving Myles Garrett a running mate, kind of like what the Texans did with Jadeveon Clowney going with J.J. Watt, right? So it seems like a good idea, but what do you do at quarterback? Do you get one in free agency? Do you try to go with Jameis Winston because there was some good stuff there? What do you do? So they're in a little bit of a pickle, in my opinion. But this also could be a spot where they trade back and get more assets. So not in agreement with Abdul Carter, but I do like it. But I don't think they go there. I think this is a point where they could trade back and get some assets, man, because they're in a little bit of a rebuild. But whatever happens with Deshaun Watson, man, they're gonna have to take a quarterback eventually. Do they take one later in the draft and then hopefully develop, or do they tank for next season and try to get somebody else? I don't know. But they're in a little bit of a pickle, but also in a really good spot. So we'll see. So then we got the Giants at 3, right? We got the Giants at 3. I don't think it's a secret that they need a quarterback. I don't think it's a secret. They need a quarterback. Um, you basically gave up on Daniel Jones, trading him to the Vikings, right? Then before that, you gave up on Saquon Barkley. You didn't want to pay him. You felt like he wasn't that important. Ask the Eagles how important he is. They're in the Super Bowl, and he's probably gonna be MVP and Super Bowl MVP. We'll see how that goes. But made some bad moves, but the coach and the GM job is safe. So what do you do at 3? You draft a quarterback, right? Now, I don't think that the Browns are going to draft a quarterback. I think they're going to trade back. So this is a prime position to get Cam Ward or Shadur Sanders. But those are the two guys that you really need, right? You really need a quarterback to really start over. Like, all right, this is where we're going. You got Malik Neighbors, you got Thibodeau, you got Burns on defense. So you got some pieces, right? Let's build. Let's start the franchise with a. Let's start this with a franchise quarterback. Let's start there, and let's figure that out. That's all you gotta do. All right. So that's the position they're in. So now we go to number 4, the New England Patriots. Let's get that out the way so y'all can see that. All right. So the New England Patriots at 4. Travis Hunter seems like a good choice. Um, and I kind of agree with Bucky here. I kind of agree with him. I think that's the perfect spot for him. He's going to put some butts in the seats. You get a shutdown corner with great ball skills, and you possibly get a good receiver for Drake May. So he's the best of both worlds. I would actually like to see them booster their offensive line, but you can do that later, in my opinion. And you'll see. But I do like Travis Hunter here, man, because they don't need a quarterback. They have some. They have some pieces. Christian Gonzalez is obviously really good. Um, they're in a little bit of a change because they fired their coach, Gerard Mayo. So it's interesting to see if the Patriots begin to look like the Tennessee Titans or they look different. You know, speaking of, they have Mike Babel as their coach now. So will they be a tough run, hard nosed team, or will they open it up again since they have a pretty good quarterback? But I do like Travis Hunter here because he fits exactly what they need. So let's see. So let's go to 5. Let's go to 5, man. So once again, let's get this out the way. God damn. Okay. All right. So Jacksonville's at 5, right? I do like Jacksonville taking Mason Graham. He's a beast in the middle. But I don't like them taking him though. If somebody else was at 5, I would say, all right, cool. You take you take the best player available, and that might be Mason Graham. But considering that you just signed your quarterback to a big major contract and he has been running for his life, I think you need some offensive line help, man. I think you do. You gotta take one of those guys. You gotta take either Campbell or you gotta take Banks from Texas. One of those. You gotta get you an offensive line, a tackle to protect Trevor Lawrence, man. he was getting killed. Now the Jaguars have a new coach, and I'm pretty sure that offensive line is a necessity. You can't win in the NFL without a quarterback, and quarterback can't win for you if he's on his back all the time. He's probably gonna get hurt, and you're gonna be in the same situation you were coming into this draft that you will be going into the next one. So I don't agree with Bucky here. I think they need offensive line help. So there you go. But Mason Graham's still a good player though. All right, so then we got the Las Vegas Raiders. Almost said Oakland. Not there anymore. Oakland losing all of their teams, bro. Can you believe that? The Warriors are in San Francisco. The A's are moving to Sacramento. I don't even know if they moving to Las Vegas, to be honest with you. That don't even look like it's going to be a thing. But I mean, you lose the A's, you losing the Raiders, you lost the Raiders, and you losing the Warriors. Bro, what's going on here? But nonetheless, man, the Las Vegas Raiders, Bucky has them picking we call him T Mac. There we go. T Mac. Big time receiver, man, from Arizona, man. He had like 300 yards in his first game. Kind of went downhill after that. But he's a big body dude, man. I don't agree with this one either. I think he is going to be later in the first round because the Raiders are a candidate to trade up. This is where I think they trade up, man. They either trade up or they take a quarterback, man. Like, yo, as he said in this article, right? Brock Bowers was a freaking beast, bro. He was exactly what you expected him to be. That's what you wanted him to be. Probably 3 years into the league, but he came out balling in year one. So imagine what you can do if you actually got him a quarterback to throw to him. He did that with Aiden McConnell. Imagine if you do something with him, right? Now, I don't know if the Raiders with Pete Carroll now the head coach are going to mirror um, his Seahawk days, where you get kind of a game manager like Russell Wilson, and you just build up the defense, right? I don't know, but I do know if you're going to make some strides going into next season, you have to get a quarterback, man. Trade up. I don't know. Trade with Cleveland because they actually might need some assets. And then you go get Cam Ward or Shador Sanders, whoever you want to get. But I think they need a quarterback, man. They need somebody to take their franchise into the next couple years, next 10 years. You need a franchise guy. No shot at Aiden McConnell, but you're not going to win with Aiden McConnell. Just saying. There you go. So then we move on to the New York Jets, man. So a lot of new coaches out here. So the New York Jets, man. The New York Jets are selecting Will Campbell, right? Now, I agree with this pick from Bucky, man. I like Will Campbell here. I wish he would be off the board by now, actually, because there are other teams that really need offensive line helps, like the Jaguars. But I like this pick here. I mean, the Jaguars have a really good defense, man. Okay, they got some pieces over there, starting with Sauce Gardner. Don't know if Garrett Wilson is going to be there. People say he might be requesting a trade. Looks like a big trade piece. I don't know. We can see. But if they get some assets for him, maybe they move back and just keep collecting picks, man, and just kind of go from there. But it all hinges on what they want to do with Aaron Rodgers, man. Okay? Got Devontae Adams, you got Aaron Rodgers, you got Garrett Wilson. So there's some pieces there, but what is left of Aaron Rodgers? And you would hate to reach on a quarterback here to put him into a situation with Aaron Rodgers. It's not really going to be conducive to his learning. And can you blame him? Aaron Rodgers notoriously was thrown into a situation where Brett Favre, and he wasn't the best mentor. Let's just say that, right? So anybody thrown into that scenario with Aaron Rodgers might not be suitable for their learning environment, to say that. But I do agree with Bucky here. I think offensive lineman would be good for them. Considering they got a new coach too, Aaron Glenn. Congratulations to him. So we'll see. I don't know, but Will Campbell is definitely a good pick here. All right, so Carolina's in a weird spot in my opinion. I like Michael Williams from Georgia. He's actually really good, athletic, powerful, defensive end. But I don't know how much that helps them. Bryce Young also needs some protection. He's been running for his life, but he actually looked really good, especially during the second half of the season when after he got benched, he looked like a legit number one overall pick, man. So they got their quarterback. I think you gotta protect him, man. I think you gotta get some offensive lineman help, man. I mean, but they also need some defense to help too, man. I think the NFC South is gettable. It's a very gettable conference, man, or division, should I say. So I don't know. I really don't know where they go here, man. I think you probably take the best player available. And I might have to agree with Bucky here, man. I might have to because I mean he might be the best player available in my opinion. So I don't know. We'll see. But we'll see. I don't know. I don't know. So let's go to number 9, man. Excuse me. The NFC South neighbor, the Saints are number 9. So um I don't know either. I don't know. I feel like I don't even think they have a coach now, do they? Somebody get in the comment box when you see this video and let me know. I don't think they have a coach, so I don't know what philosophy they're gonna have or anything. But I do think they need a quarterback, bro. I don't believe in Derek Carr. I do not believe in Spencer Rattler, even though he's okay. He did some good last season. I don't believe in their multi-tool kind of guy. I forgot his name, but he's not really a quarterback. He's more like a multi-tool. He can do everything, right? And quarterback not really his specialty. So I think they need to go. They need to look for a quarterback, man. If this is a spot where you reach for a quarterback in the first round, this is might be where you do it because the Saints don't have a coach right now, so we don't really know what direction they're going to go in. So it's really an unknown situation. But if you don't want to reach, you probably take the best player available. And I don't know, whoever that is to them, I don't know. Jalen Walker is pretty good, but I think you got other needs that are more important. So you got some weapons. I think you still got Kamara. You still got Olave. So it's not a lost cause. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. So I'm gonna say I'm indifferent about this. I need some more information. All right. So looking at the Bears, right? I agree with Bucky here at 10. They go offensive lineman. They need some help, man. Ben Johnson, the new coach, is probably going to be able to make their offense pretty good. They might be top 10 in offense next year because of how the Lions look. They looked explosive. And the Bears have an explosive uh, host of talent there. They really do. Now, I personally would have gone Ashton Genty here, but because they need to running back help. Swift just wasn't getting it done, in my opinion. So they really need some help offensively. But you got to protect your money man, and that's Caleb Williams. So I like going offense here, but I also like Ashton Genty there as well because they need some more offense. They need some running game, man. Can't pass all the time. And he can do it all. He can catch out the backfield. He can block. He can run. So, yeah, we'll see. All right. So, excuse me. So, the 49ers were a surprising, I guess, in basketball terms, lottery pick here. I don't think anybody thought they would be this bad this season. But I don't agree with this. I think their defense is fine. I don't want them to take Will Johnson because I think he could be used on another team. They need an offensive go-to. Last year, they picked Pearsall from Florida. I was like, no, that makes no sense because you got a lot of receivers like him that are route runners. You need a take the top off the defense type of guy. And I felt like they should have took Xavier Worthy because that was a difference maker in receiver for them. Obviously Purdy is a game manager. I mean, no shame in that. Game managers have won Super Bowls. I mean, Tom Brady, look, one of the best game managers, right? Make the right play, get a ball to the right person, win a Super Bowl. He won a whole lot of them, right? I just thought that they needed an X factor at receiver, in my opinion. So I don't agree with this. I actually would like to see T Mac go there because he is kind of a guy that can stretch the field, right? He's kind of a big body guy. They have big body receivers like Jennings and everything else, but they don't have a guy like that, like a true number one. Debo Samuel is more of a gadget guy, right? They don't have a true number one, and I think he could be a number one. Ayuk's cool, but I think you need a true number one. So I could see T Mac going here, right? So then we go to the Cowboys, man. So the Cowboys have a new head coach. Mike McCarthy's out, and Brian Schottenheimer's in, right? If you think about it, it don't make no sense for me, right? I don't understand why the Cowboys will hire him, but the football person in me loves it because I know Marty Schottenheimer would be very happy to see his son coaching. We lost Marty Schottenheimer a few years ago, so it's good to see that he stayed on the grind and got a pretty good got a good gig. So hopefully Jerry Jones lets him do something because he gonna be right there in his face trying to coach the team as well. So I don't know what they do here. Obviously, I think Ashton Genty might be off the board, but you need another weapon, receiver wise. In my opinion, you need another receiver. You do. CD Lamb is cool, but he can't be your only one. You gotta have somebody else. Now, maybe you go offensive lineman and you take Tyler Booker here, or you take Kelvin Banks here because he's from Texas, so he kind of fits what they want to do. I don't know, but the Cowboys need a lot of help, man, because the NFC East ain't getting any easier. Like they are literally trending on being that third team because the Eagles ain't going nowhere. The Commanders are on the come up, and do you really want to be in the same conversation as the Giants? I don't know. But if Dak is where you going, and he's the guy that you believe in at quarterback, you have to give him something else. Something else. I don't know. I don't know. But I don't agree with Ashton Genty. I think he's gonna be off the board, man. So we'll see. I have no idea, but they need something else. All right, so the Dolphins, man. So I actually agree with this from Bucky. I do. I think they go offensive lineman, and actually, I like interior linemen. I do. I do. I like interior linemen here, um, because Tua has been these concussions is crazy. So it's really not the offensive line's fault, but if you can keep him from having to run and taking these big hits, this might be it. They also could take the best player available because once you get in 13 and down, it's hit or miss. You're right. You should just try to get what you need. And don't know what they're gonna do with Tyreek Hill or what he's gonna do. But they still got weapons. They still got A Chain. They still got Waddle. So maybe offensive lineman is pretty good. So I agree with Bucky here, man. So then you look at the Colts, right? So I actually agree with Bucky here as far as Tyler Warren, because when you look at Richardson at quarterback, he's such a good. Well, I'm not gonna say a good quarterback, but okay, backtrack. Let's take that back. Okay, I like Warren here for the Colts because Richardson needs a target, somebody that he can trust and go to on that third down, right? You got the running back in Taylor. Maybe you go receiver, I don't know, but you need somebody for him to check the ball down to, like an easy target, somebody that he can really get into the comfort zone, right? Because I think he had like 40% completion percentage this year. Then you had the whole incident with him tapping out. So this is a big year for him, right? Because he's been a project for the last few seasons, and now that's starting to wear off. Now we need to see if you can actually play quarterback. So if you get him a tight end, maybe that'll help with the run game, and it'll help with the pass catching game as well. So I don't know, but I do agree with Bucky here, man. I would definitely go offense here. All right, so I'm gonna be honest. I really don't know about Shamar Stewart for real, but I could actually see them going defense here. I do like the fact that they have offensive talent. I think going into this training camp is going to be a quarterback competition between Kirk Cousins and Michael Penix. So, and they got weapons across the board on offense. You got Robinson. If you keep Pitts, you still got him. You got Drake London. So you got some stuff on offense, right? You just need the right trigger man. So I really like them going defense here. The question is, what do they do? Do you go defensive back? I personally would go with AJ Terrell. Not AJ Terrell. He's on the team already. I would get somebody as a running mate for him on the other side. My apologies. I would get somebody like Will Johnson here. So I agree with Bucky here. The Falcons go defense. So, all right. So you got the St. Louis. I'm sorry, the Arizona Cardinals, right? Um, they went offense last year, right? So it seems like they're going forward with Kyler Murray as their quarterback. So don't need to ruffle their feathers there. Um, Offensive line help is cool here, but going offense last year in the first round, I think you need to go defense now. So I do agree with Bucky here. I think they go defense. And if James Pierce is available and you can if James Pierce is available and you can get him, I think it might be a good pick because he could be rookie of the year next year. That's how talented he is. So as we get later and later and later into the draft here, the first round anyway, I think it might be a steal, especially late in the first round. Getting a guy that's an athlete. I mean, he was really good. We were told he was going to be the next pass rusher. Didn't really do as much, but he's got a lot of upside. So I could see him taking him here. But I do think they go defense. So I agree with Bucky here, man. All right, so the Bengals finished the season really strong, man. Started the season a little rough, in my opinion. But they finished the season strong. Joe Burrow is a candidate for Offensive Player of the Year. 5,000 yards passing, really good. So he was out there going. He was out there going hard, right? So they have a little bit of an issue here. All right. So as you see on the screen, T. Higgins is the free agent, right? So he's going to be sought after by a lot of teams. Let's be honest. He's a number one playing the role of a number two because they have Chase, right? So I guess in NFL circles, like I said, he's seen as a number one type receiver. So it's going to be a lot of money being thrown at him, right? Loyalty is kind of cool, but when it's time to get that bag, it's time to get that bag. So I think he's out of there. Now, you could go offense here, or you could go defense. This is a pretty good situation to be in my opinion. Now, Bucky has them picking Coast and Loveland here. I don't really think so. I think this could be a spot for Luther Burden, in my opinion. Because you need another receiver to maybe replace T. Higgins. And Luther Burden is such a good receiver that he's got a little wiggle in him too, little big game wiggle, right? Chase has that big game wiggle, right? So I don't know. I don't know. It's a pretty good situation to be in, man. So they could go defense or they could go offense, man. Either way, they're gonna be good offensively. So either way, they're gonna be good. So I personally would love to see them go defense here. Because Joe Burrow has shown that he can win with just about anybody. You know, he can throw the football. And the fact that he can throw the football lets me know that if you give him anybody, he gonna succeed. You just gotta one, protect him, which they addressed last year. But defense seems like an issue. You know, scoring 40 points ain't enough if you give up 42. So I personally would love to see them go defense here. But don't be surprised if Luther Burden goes there if T. Higgins walks. So we'll see. All right. So we got the Seahawks at 18. Interesting. Also heard some reports that DK Metcalf could be on the move in the offseason, which would be kind of crazy. But if you can get some assets back for him, hey, I'm all for it. I'm all for stockpiling draft picks, man. And especially if you know what you're doing and your scouting department is doing work. Works out for me. So we'll see how this goes. I don't know. But offensive lineman wouldn't help here. It wouldn't hurt here, in my opinion. Wouldn't hurt at all. I do like Kelvin Banks. I think he might damn it, get out the way. I think he could go earlier, honestly, because I think he's such a good lineman, man. Like he's really good. So it's like I said, there's a lot of teams that could use the offensive line help. So I wouldn't be mad here. I also wouldn't be too I wouldn't be surprised if they looked at quarterback though, because Geno Smith, do they believe in him still? I don't know. Plus, this is a kind of a new coaching staff, year two with McDonald. So then they fired the offensive coordinator too. So oh, I don't know. They're in a little bit of a weird spot too. So I don't know. I think they go with the best player available here. So if that's offensive lineman or if that's offense or defensive player, but I do think they take the best player available though. Okay, so the Bucks at 19. That is interesting. That is interesting. Ooh, Bucks at 19. So Bucky's got them going Emeka Ibuka from Ohio State. And I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it. I'm not mad at them going offense here. Um, I think this would be a spot for another running back though, like Scatterbo or Sampson from Tennessee. I think this could be a spot for him. I don't know. Jake Judkins as well. I think this could be a spot for a running back, man. So we'll see. But I'm not mad at this from Bucky though. I'm not mad. I actually like Abuka going there because it'll be another weapon to open up the offense for Mike Evans and Baker to do their thing. So I like that. I like that a lot. So then we got the Broncos, man. They struck gold with Bo Nix, so rookie of the year contender. They definitely not looking for quarterback, man. But I do think this could be a spot for running back though. I like Malachi Starks, I do. But man, I think they need another weapon on offense though. So I can see them going offense here. But I do like Starks though. So we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know. But let's see. The Steelers. So the Steelers have always been pretty good, at least the last decade or so. They've been pretty good at drafting receivers. Santonio Holmes, um, Antonio Brown. So they've been pretty good. So I wouldn't be mad at Luther Burton here. I wouldn't be mad if they went offense either. But it all centers what they want to do at quarterback. I don't really know what they want to do. You got Justin Fields, who was pretty good to start the season, and then Russell Wilson took them to a different place. I guess you can say that. So I don't know, but I can see them going defense too. I actually like Malachi Starks back there as well with another safety type player like Minka Fitzpatrick that not afraid to hit, not afraid to pick off passes and everything. So I can see that. I can see that. So I don't know. I don't know where the Steelers go at 20, but I do think they need to figure out quarterback first before they do anything whatsoever, man. So so the Chargers of Los Angeles, formerly in San Diego, um, I don't know, man. This team made the playoffs, so offense ain't necessarily a thing here. So I think they go defense. I don't think they go offense here. I think they go defense because Bosa's getting older. Khalil Mack says he's coming back to play, but he's also older. So I think they go defensive lineman here. So if James Pierce is available, you might take him. Um, Trying to think of some more defensive linemen, bro. But I think they go defense here. So I don't agree with them going offense because you just struck gold last season with Lad McConkey, you know? So we'll see. But I'm thinking defense for them at 22. All right, so the Packers, man. The Packers, man. So Packers, I see the Packers going offense here though. Because um man, I can see them going offense here. Because they got this crazy backfield with Jacobs and Dillon, right? I personally don't think they used them to their capability, dog. You got two bell cows that you can feed the ball to, you know, but yet they want to throw like 50 times with Love. I'm like, yo, feed them. Let just get a lead and let's ride those two bell cows, right? But like I said, they don't see it like me, I guess. But I can see them going offense here. So I agree. I don't agree with Barron though. I don't agree with Barron. I think that would be a reach at this point. I think you need to really look at some offense, like some outside receiver help, in my opinion. Somebody that somebody that could help them. So I think they go offense there. All right, so let's see, Benjamin Morrison, man, for the Vikings at 24. Oh man, I don't know, man. I don't know, cause the Vikings got. All right, so when I think about the Vikings, I think about what they're gonna do at quarterback. Sam Darnold made him a whole lot of money. He would have made a lot more had they went further in the playoffs. But he did make him some good change, right? And it's some teams that could use a quarterback, right? Do they believe in McCarthy coming off of injury? Didn't play at all this season. Then they got Daniel Jones as a backup. Do they believe that he can be the guy? But you also don't want to take another quarterback because you just did last year. So it's a tough situation for them. So I don't know, man. I think they go defense. I think they go defense. I think they go defense, man. But with the retirement pending of Harrison Smith, this could be a spot for Xavier Watts from Notre Dame. If he declare or whatever, that could be a spot for him. Just look at that. Just think about that. He's a chess piece on defense, not afraid to tackle, pretty good playmaker too. Just saying, could be a spot for Xavier Watts, man. So pass the torch. You feel me? So Houston at 25. 25. So I could see them going offense. I could see them going offense, man. So I don't agree with Bucky here. I think they go offense, man, because you don't know what Tank Dell is going to look like coming back. But you got Mixon at running back. You got Stroud going into year 3. You need another weapon. Defense is cool. I think it's cool. You got Daniil Hunter, I believe, is there. And you got Will Anderson, you got Stingley on that corner. So I think they go offense. I think they go offense here, man. So I don't agree. So the Rams going offensive lineman though. Oh, that'll be interesting, man. God damn, that'll be interesting. Because if they go offense, where do they go though? Because they got a good running back. They got a good quarterback. Well, older quarterback. Do you take a quarterback here and just build from there because you need a franchise guy to move forward? Man, I don't know. I'm actually kind of lost here, man, because they went Jared Verse last year, and I think they picked up Fisk later on. So this could be a spot for the best player available. That's what I'm thinking, man. So I think it's up in the air what they want to do there. They got options though, that's for sure. All right, so my Ravens going offensive lineman. I don't know. I don't know who I want them to get. Man. What do we do, man? What do we do? We got Lamar Jackson. Could have won his third MVP this year without Saquon going for 2,000. Um, we got Derrick Henry coming back, man. Oh man. Man. Oh, dude. I really want my Ravens to go defense, man. Nate Wiggins was really good in the this season, like really good. I don't like Stevens, number 21. Should we go defensive back? I don't know. That's a tough one, man. Cause we got some stuff, man. Our team is good, but I don't know what we missing. I don't know what we missing, man. And I don't wanna, and I don't want to. I'm not hearing this talk about getting rid of Lamar Jackson. That's not happening. But I don't know what we do to improve our chances of winning the Super Bowl, though. Because we got offense and we got defense. We might need a go kicker, bro. Because our kicker's in trouble. Uh, I don't know, man. I do. I don't know, but I do think we go defense though. I think we need some more oomph on defense. I think we probably go linebacker though. We need some help over there. Let's see. So the Lions, underachieved this season by not going to the Super Bowl when they had like one of the best records in the league. So I think they go defense though. I can see them going defense. I don't think Mike Green though, but I do think they go defense. So I can see them going defense. So the Commanders. Obviously the Commanders, got to the championship game this year. So, uh, offensive lineman, maybe, maybe, maybe. I see them going offense. Um, but I also see them going running back too. I see them going running back. Getting somebody different than Brian Robinson, because he's more of a power fall forward kind of guy. But I do think if you put like dude from Texas in there, fast, shifty running back, somebody different than Robinson. I think that could work. So, so Bucky's got the Bills going JTT. I can see that. I think he's better. I think he's better than 30. I think he might be off the board before then. Like you can flip flop Pierce and him, like because dude's really good. So and he's a gamer, so you plug him anywhere, he could be real good. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, man. Because they got Keon Coleman last year. That was still pick. So I don't know. Allen, he just can't get over the Chiefs, man, because he played his best season last year. So I don't know. Maybe they go defense. Maybe they go in or something. I don't know. But at this point, you just pick the best player available. But I do think that they probably go defense though. So I agree with Bucky here, man. So obviously the Super Bowl hasn't been played, so these teams could possibly flip flop. So I think if the Eagles win, I think they just add a piece because they add Cooper DeJean and on a defense that was already pretty good. So I think they go offense this time and add another piece on offense, man. So I don't know where it is, but I think they go offense if they win. If they don't win, I think they go defense, to be honest with you. And the Chiefs, if they win, I think they just add another stud somewhere. They find the best player available and fit him wherever he can fit in, right? If they lose this one, depending on how they lose, I think it affects where they go. But I do think they might go defense though. Or they could go running back because Pachinko, I don't know what his contract situation is, but they could go running back here. Another option, somebody else to spell Pachinko too. So it'll be interesting. But the outcome of the Super Bowl definitely going to change this draft a little bit. So, but that's my reaction, man. To Bucky Brooks mock draft that he dropped a couple days ago. Let me know what y'all think. Did I hit? Did I miss? Am I over exaggerating on some trade situations or am I spot on? Let me know in the comment section below, man. But I'm your boy Cam, football frame of mind. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.